Alright, hey there. Welcome to the show, the Tarot Read Show. My name is Dylan Nelson, and this is just my show where I do tarot readings. I am still fairly green at this. I mean, I've technically been doing it for about 5 years. I started during pandemic. I did over 100 readings around then. I just was hopping on like chat roulette and Omegle, talking to people. Now I'm here. Doing it on YouTube, and I also am doing some Twitch streams where I'm gonna try and incorporate tarot into the actual games in some ways. Like I'm thinking of playing Sims and doing actual little tarot readings for my Sims and just seeing if his life plays out the way that the tarot says. I'm also thinking of I'm trying to think of other games where I could maybe kind of use tarot to attempt to just see how it'll go. Just because I like to have fun with tarot. I definitely think that there is something real to it. I don't know how I feel about the idea of it as a literally telling the future, but that's something I want to explore because I am for sure open to it. I love the idea. I'm open to all sorts of paranormal ideas, and hey, well, that's a fun one, and it's one that I can clearly dabble in. So, that's what the show is. And if you want to check out my Twitch stream, it should be Tarot Read Show, I believe, on Twitch. And also, if you happen to find me on YouTube here, I get all my questions off of Reddit at the moment, but please feel free to leave a comment. I'll definitely see it at this point because I don't have a lot of people watching my videos, or send me an email at tarotreadpod@gmail.com. That was back when I thought this was going to be more of a podcast, but obviously tarot is very visual. Excuse me while I take a drink. So how this show normally goes, so far I've only done technically 4 episodes, but 3 that I'm considering canon. And how it normally goes is I've taken 10 questions off of Reddit. There's a tarot practice subreddit they are very welcoming to new people who are doing readings. A lot of people want readings, and they've been very kind to me there the past 3 weeks of people giving me readings. And even last week, some people gave my video a thumbs up and they liked it. So yeah, that was very cool. How about we jump into it? Like I said, if you end up watching this and have a question, leave a comment for sure. I will probably see it. At the moment, I might need to see if I can pull up the chat because it looks like I might have one viewer now that I've got people subscribed. I can see how that's possible. If you are watching, thank you for watching. Maybe for this episode, I probably am still going to just take readings off of Reddit. I might actually legit be a little flustered right now if somebody is watching. But yeah, if you are watching, leave a comment for sure because I want to know. But I don't know how to pull all that up on my phone right now to check it all on my computer. I don't know if you've ever streamed something. It's a weird setup when you want to do this dual camera thing, Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into the readings. I kind of pulled 1 or 2 that are a bit more spiritual, esoteric. Those are the kinds of readings I haven't really done a lot of, and which is weird because I am a very empathetic person. I think that's why I maybe am drawn to tarot. And yeah, okay, now it looks like this little setup that I have here says that there's a chat rate going, so I think somebody did say something. Well, now I do want to see if I can pull it up, but I mean, somebody's I'm just very new to this whole YouTube thing in general. Oh, okay, yeah, I do see you there. Um, you want to ask how he feels after you left him? I have to leave that close. Yeah, sure. I'll go ahead and do that reading first. Why not? It looks like that's pink. Oh, nice. Thank you for subscribing. I have no idea how you managed to find me if you weren't already subscribed, but that is very cool. Now I gotta mute myself on my phone because that might get annoying. Gotta figure out how to keep the chat up, and also, literally just gotta mute my phone. That's the answer. Yeah, thank you for subscribing. And here, just to let you know, I'm doing the Pulp Tarot deck is what I've got here. It's kind of all that's one of the weirder ones maybe, but that's kind of what's cool about this deck is I'm more of a visual tarot reader. And so the pictures are very important to me. In fact, when I first started reading, I was pretty much only doing visual readings, and now I am trying to incorporate more of the how do you say traditional, old school, traditional readings and interpretations into my readings. Now my own, and I just put that on the screen. Now my own video above the chat is distracting me. Found me in the live section. See, I know very little about YouTube. I didn't know you could find somebody just by browsing the live section, but that is very cool. All right, yeah, and like I said, I'm more of a visual reader, and I am also still very much beginning. I've been doing this for like 5 years or so, but I took a bit of a break, and I really mostly did a lot of that during pandemic. And then I've been doing it a lot the last month or so, but yeah, that's where I'm at. So here we go. I always how I draw is I'll kind of shuffle until it feels right, and then I'll just kind of pull. Gotta figure out where my camera is, and then I'll sort of run my fingers along the side of the deck. I'm just doing a one card pull for this. How he feels after you left him. You left him. That's I guess good. Probably means you were doing something good for yourself. How does he feel? Alright. Queen of Swords. Swords are more of a mental sort of one of each of the suits. Swords, wands, pentacles, and cups. They all kind of have their thing that they are most represent. Swords are more of a mental, a headspace kind of thing. And I like that this is a woman. I'm assuming that you're a woman and he's a guy. I think that this might what he thinks about how he feels about you. Again, very visual. I'll tell you what the traditional meaning is, but what I get from this is he feels like you are thriving, that you are here. Get you a little bit. Oh, you know what I can do? I can also switch the make it bigger at least. I almost get like holy retribution from this. I don't know if you're religious. I doubt that plays into it, but I definitely see this as him seeing you as somebody who is kind of conquering. And since this is swords are more of a mental sort of thing, maybe even somebody who's conquering things in a not even a outward way, but just he can tell that you're confident or you're doing well without him is kind of what I get from this. And let me just see what the traditional meaning. Literally, the meaning for this card is an independent woman. So I do feel like I should tell you, a lot of the cards I draw do feel very relevant. I'm always rooting for the people I draw cards for, and I feel like sometimes the cards are very much speaking to what I want for the people I'm reading for. So truly a very good, very cool first card to draw. for me, I feel gives me a bit of a better feeling for the rest of these readings I'm going to do today. But yeah, that's I get a very good vibe from that. I mean, literally drew the card that's for an independent woman. So, geez, yeah. Thank you for watching and for subscribing, and I hope that you enjoyed your reading. And I'll look for your chat. I don't know if you'll respond to that, but yeah. Thank you again, and I guess I'll go and get to my next reading from Reddit. Yeah, that was very cool to have a watcher. Thank you very much. I feel validated. All right. Okay. I asked people who submitted questions to me on Reddit to go ahead and tell me their favorite video game. I try and get a vibe question now just to maybe understand the people who I'm talking to a little bit more. And I would for sure say Mario, one of my favorite game series of all time. So yeah, that's awesome. I wish I knew what Mario was talking about, but Mario Party. I also do love Mario Party. I stopped at Mario when I was reading that quick. I think another person said just Mario. So this is CF, and their question is, what does my inner self need to know about my future to succeed? To success, but... All right. And this is a more esoteric kind of spiritual question. I did see that Pink responded in the chat and said thank you. Yeah, thank you again for subscribing and for watching. I seriously appreciate it. Yeah, this is one of the more spiritual, esoteric kind of questions that I was talking about that I'm not necessarily used to doing readings for, which, again, strange because I feel like my empathy is one of the things that drew me to tarot, but I have mostly used it to answer more straightforward questions from people, which is fine. But yeah, I thought, why not try to answer one of these kinds of questions? And what does my inner self need to know about my future to succeed? And I'm trying to wonder, is that something that a one card draw will just be able to tell me, or is it something where I might need to rephrase the question a little bit? What message? What does my inner self need to know about my future to succeed? Okay. You know what? I am just going to take a stab in the dark and see what I get from the card. Yeah. I'll keep it simple. I will take this question point blank, and I will see what I get from the card. I want to kind of be able to interpret the cards that way, and I am actually feeling as I shuffle, I'm feeling like I might be getting an answer here, actually. So, what does my inner self need to know about my future to succeed? Okay. A Pentacles card. Pentacles are very much a financial sort of card. So I do think, since I am just asking the cards for a blanket kind of feeling, I think maybe you might need to worry about how your finances will affect family. I'm seeing a patriarch here of clearly of a wealthy family with son-in-law, daughter-in-law, son, daughter, and a grandchild behind him, dog right next to him. This is supposed to be telling you about your future, it's what I'm getting vibe-wise. I don't necessarily feel like you're the patriarch in this. I would say you might be the man in the back there. I'm not getting the child vibes, but I would say what you might need to know about your future to succeed. I think that this is saying that success is possible. I'm not even saying that, it's saying like generational wealth is the thing. Just for success in the future, it might be reliant on someone more powerful in your life, kind of immediately in your life. It doesn't have to be somebody who is family. Could be somebody who you've gotten close to, And I would say probably a dude, but don't close off if there's a woman, a powerful woman in your life who you can maybe get close to and maybe have as a mentor. I think maybe that is your path to success, is finding a mentor. On the off chance that because you're looking for success, on the off chance that you are the patriarch in this, then you might need to find yourself a mentor to really feel like a mentee. You might need to find yourself someone to mentor. But yeah, that's what I'm getting from this is look for someone to guide you, and that makes sense. Just make sure that they align with you. This card usually gives me kind of bad, gross vibes just because we're in an era where I am very much of the eat the rich variety. But for what we're looking for, I do think this card is very much saying, find yourself somebody who can help you reach your success. Not that you can't do it alone. It is just always easier to walk a path together, typically. All right. Take a drink of water. All right. Cool. I do see that I've got another person in my chat. I'm probably gonna pronounce this wrong, Marijana. But you're wanting to know what awaits you in July. How about I will get to that in a second. I'm gonna go ahead and do one more of these questions from Reddit, just because I didn't explicitly promise all these people that I get to them, but I would like to get to at least 5 or 6 of them. I'll skip some of these longer ones. I can come back to those. I know I had some shorter ones kind of near the end. Okay. Oh, and this person likes Tomb Raider, and I really like Tomb Raider too, so cool. My question, how does CM feel about me? I'm NS. So this is an X, it looks like, and just how do they feel about you? That's always an easy question to answer. Easy question to answer. It's at least I like these cards because they're very evocative and they got a lot of good imagery for things like love readings. So let's see what this says about CM. Alright. I don't remember the traditional meaning of this card off the top of my head, so I will have to look that up. But again, if you're just joining, I am more of a vibes kind of reader, so I do go more off the imagery, but I am trying to incorporate the traditional meanings more into my readings. 5 of Swords is definitely a conflict card, and even without me looking up exactly what it means, I think that's pretty obvious. Like we got the I believe there is some dead people, I think, back there, swords in the ground. It's definitely kind of grim. And as far as the exact question was, how does CM feel about me? I would say that if you're hoping that they are ready to get back together, I think that they are. I don't know if things ended explosively. I would say that this is a very raw card that is saying no. No, you didn't ask that kind of question. They're not thinking very positive thoughts about you at the moment. I'm not good. I didn't draw enough cards to say if reconciliation is in the cards or anything, but I just would say that they are still thinking about some of the more negative aspects of your relationship. If you're hoping for a reconciliation, take it slow and don't try to rush past any issues that you guys might have had in the past. Be sure to address those things because clearly old wounds are so possibly kind of festering. Yeah, that's easy read there. All right. Okay, yeah, and the chat question: what awaits me in July? That is a perfectly fine question. I will. I'm just going to do one card draw for that. I'm mostly doing one card draws today. I mostly 1 or 2 card draws is what I normally do. Occasionally, I'll do a 3 card draw, mostly for like a past, present, future reading. And now that I got people actually watching, just because I've only been taking questions off of Reddit, in the future I might try to do that a bit more, some of the more in-depth readings. But still, for now, definitely wasn't expecting viewers or questions live, which is awesome. I, again, very much love it. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep it to 1 card readings. So let's see what the card says your July is gonna be like. Keep it very simple. Oh, and I wanted to look up exactly what the 5 of Swords from the last reading represented. I have my book right here that has the traditional meanings, and yeah, literally conflict. I thought so. That was one of the cards I drew last week that I also had to look up, and I thought it was literally conflict. So just, yep, that is where that card went. All right. Yeah, just what's your July? And again, I love this deck because it's very evocative, and it might say, I hope it says good things. It could say bad things, like this lady's getting her cup stolen from her. That wouldn't be the best one to steal, especially because cups are an emotional suit, and nobody wants their emotions stolen. So, yeah. All right. What does July have in store for you? And yeah, how I draw my 1 card, I showed earlier, but might as well, in case anybody's watching now. I'll shuffle until it feels right, and then I kind of run my finger along the side until it feels right. Can't explain it, just a weird little feeling in the head. Yeah, let's see where we get it. I mean, it's kind of a sassy card. I think it's a good one. 9 of Cups. Again, cups are very emotional, and I don't know exactly what that card means explicitly, but since I am more of a vibes reader, like I said, but I mean, I think you're in for a good July. I would almost say like this card does almost have a romantic kind of vibe to it. You might be expecting something in that realm to happen, and if you are, then I would say you have pretty good luck of that happening. Let me just see what the traditional meaning of this card. The traditional meaning of this card is a wish comes true. And what's kind of funny about these cards is, like, I've been using this deck for about 2 years now. There's still cards in here that I've never drawn before. That is one, and by 2 years I do mean like off and on. I got it about 2 years ago, and then I was doing it heavily at first, took a break, and now I'm back into it. But yeah, this is a card I haven't really seen before, and it kind of made me chuckle when I saw it, just because of how, yeah, it does seem like a very good answer to the question. And wish fulfillment is literally what the traditional meaning of that card is. So I would say just be on the lookout for good things in July. And again, I very much got a romantic kind of feel from this card for obvious reasons. So it might be something in that vein. But yeah, just be on the lookout for a happy July. I've got good hopes for you. All right, cool. Yeah, and thank you for watching, and thank you for asking. All right. Shuffle a second. All right, next question. Ooh, a Scooby-Doo game on their old PlayStation Portable. I was a big Scooby-Doo kid. One of the only stuffed animals I still have from childhood is a little Scooby-Doo that used to talk and say Scooby-Dooby-Doo, but now he just sits by my TV over there. Maybe I'll show that sometime, but alright. You want to know how MZ feels for you? Okay. Can always dig an easy question. And I do appreciate the thanks, Mirjana. And again, I apologize if I'm mispronouncing that. I very much thank you for watching. I plan on doing this every Saturday for the foreseeable future. If I ever have family stuff, it's always on Saturday, so that could get in the way. But yeah, if you ever guys want to pop in live again, for sure. Typically try to go for 45 minutes to an hour or so. Yeah. Chill time. And then at a certain point, I'm hoping to I am going to be doing I don't know if anybody here likes video games who's watching, but Twitch streams where I incorporate tarot readings into that kind of. I don't really know what games I was going to do. I was thinking of even playing The Sims and doing little tarot readings for my character in there to see how his life plays out, if it plays out by the, what the cards say. Just kind of fun stuff like that, because I do take tarot very seriously, but I also feel like you can have fun with things like this. I think the universe likes to have fun, and if I'm talking to the universe like right now, it might like to play The Sims too. Why not? I know I like to. All right. How does MZ feel for me? All right. Almost a top card. Huh. Okay. I don't know if this is the card you wanted to see, because this is my immediate vibe from this card is a friendship card, and like a friendship that's very much rooted in innocence is what I get from this card. So usually when somebody asks me this kind of question, obviously it was a very vague sort of a question. I mean, just how MZ feels for me. Maybe you just want to know if they do, like you as a friend. If so, then perfect card for that. I do think that they like you as a friend. I think that they want to be there for you. I think that you guys could have a very fruitful relationship as long as that's what you're hoping for. Not that it couldn't blossom into something more. We even see the flowers growing in the very picture. That's probably might be why I chose that word, but maybe the universe gave it to me. But yeah, it's a card that definitely means things are going well between you two, and I hope that's what you want to hear, because I don't know if this could even possibly mean that you may be asking this because things are going rough between you two right now. Just know that the basis is there for it to get back to a good place. This is a card that's showing me that things are progressing as if you two are going to be in each other's lives for a while, or at least could be if you commit to that. And just what does the traditional meaning for this card? Peace and a visitor. I always kind of fun with those traditional meanings when they do line up, like a visitor, another person. If you're literally asking about a friend in your life, I think that this is a good sign for a card. I think you don't have anything to worry about if you are worried. All right. Rolling on through. Hello. Can I have a reading, please? My favorite game is PUBG, which stands for PlayerUnknown's Battleground. I also had a lot of fun moments in that game with my brother, so totally got it. I want to know, what does the universe want me to know regarding my crush? Okay. Fair question. Oh, see, almost a mistake there. What if I needed that card? You never know, actually. It could be the one card that it needs again for the next read. Okay. This is a for sure a relationship card. Major Arcana. Uh, Probably not gonna mean what you want it to mean regarding your crush. Uh, the Devil. Is a very straightforward card that pretty much always means be on the lookout. Be careful. Usually the devil is an influence in your life that is going to lead you down a path that's not going to be best for you. They're kind of a distraction. They are somebody who is enticing for sure, but will ultimately lead to, I don't want to get dramatic and say your destruction. Um, Look, we all have crushes, and don't, I am a humble tarot reader online. Don't let me keep you from chasing the love of your life. The cards are saying, this card in particular, treat this like a doctor's appointment. Go get a second opinion. But this card right now, this reading, and this feels right to me, is telling me that this is not the right person for you. That doesn't mean even, don't have fun with them. You can go have fun with people. I don't think that this is going to be a good relationship for you. And even if you do only go in knowing you're just having fun, it typically this card means that things are just going to end kind of poorly, unfortunately. So, hey, but again, treat this like a doctor's appointment. I found a lump. Get a second opinion. All right, there. Leave it at that. All right. The best video games I played: GTA 5, Roblox, or Minecraft. I love GTA 5. Minecraft and is fun. Never really dabbled in Roblox, but I get it. Any advice for me? Okay, see, now this is one of the more vague questions I got, but I did just want to I wanted to try it because I haven't really answered vague questions like this before, and I think it is just as easy as seeing what the cards say. I'm just going to do a one card pull for you, dude. But, yeah, let's see what kind of information the universe feels to impart on you. And I'll just say my question is going to be, what is the most important piece of advice that could be given to you right now? Direct from the universe. Just plug in, download, Matrix style, zip right into the back of your head. What do you need to do to best improve your life? What does the universe want you to know? Here. And now. Okay. King of Pentacles. Now, uh, It says the Pentacles are normally a finances or typically finances is what people always say. Material items, the material world. King of Pentacles. I'm more of a visual reader, but I am trying, so I go more off of what I see from the pictures. That's why I pick cards that are pretty evocative, decks that are pretty evocative. But the traditional reading of the King of Pentacles is a warm-hearted man. And what I get by looking at this is a man who's self-assured and knows what he wants. Without even knowing that the traditional meaning is a warm-hearted man, I get from this a competent man. But I love knowing that it's a warm-hearted man is the traditional reading. I've got the little book in front of me. I did cheat while I was holding up the card, just took a peek. But for you, for this card, I think what the universe is telling you is go out into the world with empathy and kindness, and you will be rewarded. That kind of feels like it's in short supply nowadays. In fact, a lot of people would say that the opposites are clearly how you succeed. But for you and for me, I found it to be successful too. I think this card is saying that the universe wants you to be a nice and outgoing version of yourself, and just be sure that you are doing what's right, what you feel is morally right and good for you, and go out there and live with kindness, and you will be rewarded. Sounds cheesy, but that is a valid way to live your life. Yeah. Hope that wasn't. I mean, it probably was a little underwhelming, if I'm being honest, because who just wants to hear that the universe just wants you to be a nice person, but and hopefully what you're saying to me right now is I'm already out there. I give to charities. I do all. I'm a great person. Then that card is just telling you to keep being the great person, and you're doing great. So it's a fine read either way. Maybe not what you were looking for, but I hope that you take it in the positive way that I think it is. All right. And I actually think that was the last one. So now we're back around to the... Just moving on video there for a second. Yes, so this was one of the more, again, another more esoteric question than I'm used to, but that's exactly why I kind of wanted to tackle it. Somebody asking about a spirit guide. I haven't ever done readings looking for spirit guides. I actually don't really know my solid read on the idea of spirit guides, but I've certainly have felt at a lot of times in my life that things just seem to be progressing into easy or positive a way, that a lot of times I have felt like there is something out there looking out for me. So I am not against the idea, and it's something that after reading this question I want to look into more. But I will go ahead and do a 2-card draw for you because you want to know what guidance they've been telling you and the character, or I'm guessing personality, kind of your spirit guide, and I think that's a fun question. I would want to know that too. I will say, as somebody who doesn't really know much about spirit guides, my way that I would interpret this question, I have kind of asked this sort of question. I've asked for what the universe wants me to do, which I feel is a very similar thing to asking what my spirit guide wants me to do. When I ask the universe, maybe I kind of am asking my spirit guide. So that's why I find this kind of interesting. So what has your spirit guide been telling you, and what is their personality, kind of, I guess maybe are they playful? Are they serious? Are they very loving and warm-hearted? We'll get a kind of a vibe check on your spirit guide here. So one card for what they've been telling you, and the second card for the character. Alright, what they've been telling you. And their personality or demeanor, and that's actually kind of a fun one because it's literally somebody who's kind of watching you in that second one. So I am very much a vibes reader, somebody who goes off of what the pictures are telling me, and I keep repeating that. If anybody happens to be watching this live or watching the recorded viewing, I keep repeating that because I'm going to send clips of this to people who ask me these questions. But yeah, I'm very much a vibes reader, and I go more off of the pictures than the traditional meanings of the cards. But I am incorporating the traditional meanings more, so just letting you know, based on what I'm seeing here, before even getting into the traditional meanings, I think you've got a pretty cool spirit guide. I think that I'm getting very much, girls just want to have fun vibes from the first picture especially. And cups are a very emotional, very emotional, literally that's what that suit represents. The cups are for your emotions mostly, and this is the page of cups. Very much seems to me like somebody who just wants to enjoy life, and I think that this spirit guide wants you very much to enjoy life and have fun, and I guess probably be the most get the person who gets the most enjoyment out of their life as they can. Is what it wants for you, or at least what it thinks you should be pursuing, because maybe that's not what you're pursuing. Maybe you are hearing that and you're like, well, that doesn't seem like my life. Maybe it needs to be. And if it does sound like your life, then hey, maybe you have this lady here, the Queen of Cups, to thank for that. A very intuitive woman, the Queen of Cups, and very much watching you and trying to, decipher what you're doing. The traditional meaning for the Page of Cups is basically fun and socializing. The Queen of Cups is, again, an intuitive woman. I would say that this is a very good sign that you have a spirit guide who's looking out for you to literally just enjoy life. And the personality of your spirit guide is someone who knows you, who is in touch with you, and they are, I wouldn't say that they themselves are a super fun, loving guide, but that's what they want for you. And maybe it's because whoever or whatever it is knows that they take things too seriously, so they don't want you to. This is your guide wanting you to go out there and enjoy yourself. And have fun out there. I think you got a pretty good guide, because that's what I'd want for sure from a spirit guide if I had one. All right, yeah. Thank you for asking. Also, always very fun when you get like the Page of Cups and Queen of Cups, the royal family coming together there. Because you've got the page, the knight, the queen, and the king. Almost echoing a normal deck of cards. You could literally play cards just by removing a few cards from this deck. I thought of doing that, just getting a tarot deck just to use for playing cards with, break them out when I'm at my aunt and uncle's. Yeah, all right. Successful day so far with readings. It was really cool to get some people dropping in and asking questions. That was very nice. My questions are a little off screen now, but I don't want to try moving it again because I accidentally moved my my picture where you see me. So this was somebody who asked me a question last week, and I decided to get to them this week because they popped up in the comments and were wondering if I would answer them. The reason I didn't get to it last week is because it is a kind of vague question, but literally you just had a few things on your mind, and I will do a 3-card read for you. 1 card for your mom's health, 1 card for the near future of your love life, and 1 card just for what the universe wants to tell you. Which is something I did in the last reading too, is what the universe wants to tell you. So, all right, your mom's health, your love life and the immediate future, and what the universe wants you to know. And I will just draw those 3 cards, and I'm trying to think if there's anything I want to tell you. I am more of a visual reader, so just know I do take the traditional tarot. The traditional card meanings into account, but I am for the most part going off of what the cards look like. So just so you know. All right. Your mom's health, your love life, and what the universe wants you to know. Alright. That's funny. 3 cards that I have not really drawn much before. But not anything too bad. I mean, the middle card I'm not too optimistic about as far as love life. But let's start with your mom's house. The cups are an emotional, more of an emotional suit. See, my brain is kind of fried after talking for an hour. Yeah. The cups are an emotional suit, and this card in particular does traditionally mean beginnings. It is more like something that might come up if you were asking about a pregnancy or a newborn or something. But it coming up in regards to your mother and her health, I would say that this is a good sign. I get again, as a more visual reader, I do get a very peaceful feeling from this. The dove, I could also see somebody looking at this and getting a negative feeling that maybe the end is near or something, because it is very much a God hand reaching down from heaven. And I could maybe get that feeling in another reading. But for this particular reading, the cards feel different depending on the reading you're doing. I don't get a necessarily super positive, optimistic feeling from this card right now, but I also don't get a negative one. I think it kind of means that for the moment, things are going okay, and you should probably be enjoying things now while you can, while things could certainly be worse. I think it's a good time to definitely try to just be together, I guess. I hope that this isn't a time when things are going very badly and you can't do things with your mom, but if you're concerned about her health, do things while you can. This isn't an unoptimistic card. It's just I would say things are going. The fact that the cup is kind of overflowing makes me feel like there might be a lot of emotions right now. Just try not to be too concerned is what I'll say. As for the second card in regards to your love life, I literally, this is a man stalking a woman. I would just say, I don't know if you're a man or woman. I would just say, if you're pursuing someone right now, be sure that you are pursuing somebody who's interested in you. This is like, I was trying specifically to look at like your kind of immediate future. For sure, just be sure that whoever you're interested in the future is interested in you, because you don't want to come across as somebody who's following somebody into the dark. And pentacles are typically more of a financial suit. I'm not really taking that into. I don't feel like I need to take that into account on this particular card, because the way that it applies to a love reading is very obvious to me, in that you just need to pick a person who is for sure interested in you as well. Yeah. Yeah, and you might be pursuing the wrong person at the moment. I'm not saying you definitely are. You might be pursuing nobody at the moment, but just be sure whoever you pick is a person who wants you to be pursuing them. And that's always a safe thing to make sure. And as for the last card, an artist very badly painting a nude woman. He's drawing a pentacle there. There's no woman at all on his painting. Obviously irrelevant. The feeling I get from this card, I could see it relating to your love life, but this was a question of what the universe wants to tell you. And actually, maybe the universe is telling that if you're looking for love, look for someone who's inspiring to you. That's coupled with the last card. I could see this be maybe the universe even telling you. Maybe this is the universe actually saying that you are thinking about a person too much already. Actually, putting these two together, I could see it. I could see this being the universe saying, "Hey, there's clearly somebody on your mind who you think could be a person, and you're clinging on to them a bit too much. This could even be a person from your past who you think something could happen in the future." I'm gonna say, love is always that. It's pretty important to most people. So I could see why this could be the universe just continuing on with the love reading. Be very sure that whoever you're interested in is interested in you too. Like, that doesn't mean don't take chances. Shoot your shot or whatever. Ask people out. Just take no for an answer and move on if it turns out that the person is not interested in you, just to be sure that you don't get hung up on and obsess over somebody who isn't right for you and who maybe doesn't deserve it. Be sure that you're looking for somebody who wants you to, is what you need, and who inspires you, and who pushes you to be the best person, best version of yourself. All very generic advice near the end there. But sometimes the universe does just speak to us in platitudes. Sometimes you do just need to be told very straightforward what to do. All right. And may have had one more kind of esoteric question that I had thought about skipping. All right. Final question of the night. I have played a bit of Life is Strange. I think it was broken down into episodes or chapters, and I think I only played the first chapter. But yeah, being able to pick decisions and rewind time and all that was a pretty chill game. I'm sure I don't think it was chill all the way through, but for sure I think it got to be pretty dramatic in a good way. I know I've heard good things. And I might actually, I've been looking for a story-based game. I might actually finally finish that at some point. All right. why does A have these blockages and issues about our relationship? Basically, why does he feel this way about me? So so what's at the root of A's issues in your relationship? And just gonna do a one card draw. All right. There it is. All right. This is a card that is always kind of strange to me. The Page of Swords. And swords are a kind of a mental sort of suit. The Page of Swords in particular is. I've gotten it a few times in the past few weeks, so it's one I've kind of gotten a little bit familiar with. It's about gossip and contracts, very specifically. I'm more of a vibes reader who goes off of what the pictures say to me. And this is somebody who I feel doesn't feel like they're doing anything wrong, but does maybe feel like they're having to bend the knee to placate you. That's how I think they feel. I think. Let me look at your question a little bit harder. The blockages and issues in the relationship are they feel like they are the one who's constantly having to. Who's constantly sacrificing or who's constantly giving up stuff. And I'm not saying that's true, but they feel like, again, like they have to bend the knee to you. And this is somebody who is bending the knee, but still very confident and doesn't, I mean, I don't want to say she's got a smug look or anything, but she's clearly very happy and is not letting whoever's having her bend the knee keep her from being confident and competent. And I would say that is maybe how your partner feels, is that in spite of you doing these things that they perceive as you trying to knock them down, I'm not, and that is a more dramatic, these could be very small things. I'm not saying this is a huge issue. I think your partner feels like they're the one who is making a lot of sacrifices in the relationship. And don't take this as them even being super pissed off about it. It's just how they feel. And I could draw clarifying cards to see if they are super pissed off about it. This is where actually being able to have a dialogue with the person when I do a reading is helpful to know what kind of cards I should maybe want to draw. But they feel like they are the one who is sacrificing in the relationship, and obviously everybody should be making sacrifices sometimes. I'm not saying you aren't. I'm just saying how they feel. I would say talk to them. Obviously I'm sure you are, but make sure that they're feeling heard. All right, and I actually believe that'll do it for today's episode of the Tarot Read Show. This was a fun episode. I had 2 people pop in and ask me questions live. Hasn't happened before. I hope it'll happen in the future. I want to even subscribe, which thank you so much, Pink, again. And thank you, Marjana, for asking your question. I had a lot of fun this week, and that was a really neat surprise. Again, I'm trying to do this once a week, every Saturday, and then other day, maybe Saturday nights or Sunday afternoons. I want to play games, and I will also do tarot readings for anybody who might drop by while I'm doing that. So feel free to, again, subscribe to my Twitch channel to see when I'm hopping on there. If I am more popular over here, or people want to watch me over here, I might just stream here when I'm doing that. But yeah, I'm going to incorporate tarot into all of that, as far as making the actual incorporating it into me playing the game. like I said, possibly doing tarot readings for Sims and their lives as they go by. It would be fun to be doing tarot readings for a whole family of Sims and just kind of keeping track and seeing if it plays out sort of how the readings said they would. And if anybody out there sees this and has any ideas for any other kind of game that could be fun for a, or just interesting for a tarot kind of application, I am open to ideas. Please get at me in the comments, shoot me a email, tarotreadpod@gmail.com. Yeah. And that is, again, like I said, that's it for this week. Thank you so much for if you watch this, and I hope to hear from you guys. Have a good one.